Hey guys, I'm Jason. Welcome to our channel. Today we're going to talk about how to make udon noodle soup at home. It is ridiculously easy to make and it's easy to change it up by using different toppings. We'll show you two variations that we like to make for udon noodle soup, one of which is inspired by Marugame Udon's beef and egg udon. However, I'm going to show you a simple trick to enhance the flavor even more. So let's get to it. First thing you'll need is dashi. You can use store-bought instant dashi. I'm using homemade dashi with kombu and bonito flakes. Soak the kombu for 30 minutes before putting it on the stove. Remove the kombu just before it boils, then add in the bonito flakes. Let it steep in the hot water until the bonito flakes sink to the bottom, then strain the dashi and you are done. Click on the video link below for detailed instructions and measurements on how to make homemade dashi and store-bought instant dashi. To make 2 servings of our udon noodle soup, we'll add 2 cups of dashi to our pot on low heat. Mix in 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of mirin, and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. Once that comes to a light simmer, the udon noodle soup base is done. For our noodles, we will be using Shinra Kiku brand udon noodles. We found these in the frozen section of our local Asian market. Just place them in hot boiling water until they are fully cooked through. It took us about 3 minutes. I like the taste of this brand of udon noodles, but you can use whatever udon noodles that you prefer. I've never made udon noodles from scratch, but that's something I plan to do in the future. For the both of us, we'll be using 1.5 packs, which Angie had a hard time splitting up 1 serving in half. Once the noodles are done, you can strain them and serve them in your bowl. Now for the toppings. We like to make the toppings ahead of time, make extra, and refrigerate them until we need them. If there's any extra, you can always add it to other dishes, or you can add it to your cup noodle. Let us know in the comments down below what your favorite toppings are. For our toppings, we like to use thinly sliced green onions, chopped cilantro whenever we have some, narutomaki, which is a steamed fish cake. We keep it in our freezer, and all you have to do is cut a few slices whenever you need it. Onsen tamago or soft cooked egg. The safest way to make a soft cooked egg is by using a sous vide. That way it's fully pasteurized and it still has that gooey yellow yolk. We're using our Joule to sous vide the eggs, which we'll link down below. Set the temperature to 145 degrees Fahrenheit, then place your eggs in the water for 1 hour. After 1 hour, you can put the soft cooked eggs directly in your udon or in the fridge for later. To assemble our first udon bowl, have your cooked noodles ready in your bowl, then spoon over half of the udon soup. Place the narutomaki, drop in the onsen tamago, sprinkle some togarashi, and top with green onions and cilantro. And bam, there you have it. Our second bowl is inspired by Marugame Udon. It requires a little bit more work because we have to make some tempura flakes and some beef, but it is worth it. To be honest, in the past, udon was never something that I would order, and the ones I had, they were nothing special. The turning point was when I tried Marugame Udon for the first time in Hawaii a few years back. With the line, it took us over an hour to order our food and then get seated, but it was so worth it because now I'm a changed man. To make our tempura flakes, we'll be using tempura batter mix. We used 50 grams of the batter mix and mixed in 80 milliliters of water. This made a lot of tempura flakes and we probably only needed about 10 grams or less of batter mix for each bowl of udon. To fry the tempura flakes, heat up some oil to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. The way it's supposed to be done is by dripping in the batter with your fingertips. Channel your inner salt babe for this. Fry them for 30 seconds to a minute until they're lightly brown, and then remove them to a pan with a paper towel. Now, because I was stingy and I didn't want to use more oil, it was taking me quite a while to fry all the batter. I started dripping it in with a spoon in larger amounts, and as expected, it did not turn out as well, but we just broke up some of the bigger pieces afterwards and it turned out pretty good. For our beef, we are using the same beef recipe as our gyudon. If you want the exact measurements, we will link our gyudon video down below. In short, in a pot, heat up 2 cups of dashi, simmer sliced onions for 5 minutes, then add in your beef, sugar, soy sauce, mirin, and sake. Simmer on low heat for 5 to 10 minutes. You will have some delicious beef that you can serve on top of your udon, as well as some beefy dashi broth. Even though this is a mimic of Marugame Udon, the best udon I ever had was at a place in Osaka, Japan called Kazuya. They fried beef innards, which I'm not 100% sure what that entails, but they added it to the udon soup and it just infused it with amazing beef flavor. It was so good, we had it both nights that we were in Osaka, Japan. So the simple trick that I like to do is I take some of my beefy dashi broth and I spoon it over my udon. I personally think it enhances the flavor to a new level and it tastes very similar to the udon from Kazuya. To make our beef and egg udon, we'll use the same noodles and broth as before. Place our beef, add the tempura flakes, drop in the onsen tamago, sprinkle the togarashi, hit it with some green onions and cilantro, and optionally spoon in some beefy dashi broth. And that is how we make udon noodle soup at home. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our videos. We upload new videos every single week. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next one.
Oh.
Chico, chico.